For one of the games so far. Their leadoff man. There goes the runner. Paints run a lot. Strong throw from Gyselman. Bounce throw. Tag! And
that's going to be a hard hit ball to deep left field. That is off the foul pole.
All right, welcome back to the podcast. Today we got a very special guest. I'll let him give himself a little quick introduction, career rundown. If you want to introduce yourself and let the boys and the folks know where you played baseball at, how you got to where you are, that'd be awesome.
Sure. My name is Alton Gyselman. I'm from Bozeman, Montana. I played 4 years with the Bozeman Bucks program. I then transferred to a junior college in Arizona, Yavapai College. Played there for 2 years. I transferred out of JUCO to the University of Hawaii last year, and after that season, I hit the transfer portal and wound up at GCU. So.
Which is sweet, big time there. Division I baseball everywhere. And can you walk us through kind of like some of the recruiting processes, like how it was getting from high school into college, and then obviously going to a JUCO, like you kind of have to figure somewhere else out to go, how that process was, and then the transfer portal?
Definitely. So when I was in high school, I had to play fall ball to kind of, get recruited for college. So I played with Big Sky Baseball, which we went down to Arizona every year, played in the Arizona Fall Classic, and that's kind of where Yavapai saw me, and they really liked me there, so they gave me the opportunity to go play for them in Arizona, and I loved it. And then fortunately, I was really blessed with coaches at Yavapai. They made the recruiting process out of Yavapai really easy for me. I didn't really have to do much other than, play baseball and, worry about myself, but they gave me a great opportunity to get out of there. So I transferred to Hawaii. Didn't love it, but made some great friends there, learned some things. Definitely made me a better baseball player for sure. And once I hit the transfer portal, I kind of hit up my buddies that I knew, just see how they were playing, how they like their schools, what they like, what they don't like. Kind of dwindled down my transfer portal process. And one of my buddies here at Grand Canyon, who I played with at Yavapai, he actually helped me a lot to get here at Grand Canyon. So I really thank him for putting my name in for me.
Amen. Yeah. And now you kind of got the starting job, which is sweet. Big time. Talk a little bit, like, as a catcher, you've caught your whole entire career, basically played some infield, but been primarily a catcher at multiple levels of college baseball. How does that, like, pitcher-catcher relationship kind of build? How important do you think that is to have, like, your relationship on and off the field, or how that, like, alters from different levels of baseball?
I mean, on the field is the most important thing, but definitely having a good, relationships with them off the field is important too. Like, you don't want to have, like, bad blood or any sort of beef with them off the field, because that might affect you during the game. So, I mean, I try to make friends with all my pitchers, and I think for the most part, I would say that we're all pretty good friends and, we get along pretty well. But I think the most important part is just being comfortable with them, and them having trust with you is really, really important. Comes down to, blocking and receiving. They need to trust you, and if they can throw this pitch there, if they can land this in the dirt, you're going to be able to block it, keep it in front of you. So I think that's one of the biggest parts of it, is just trust with your catcher. So
yeah, absolutely. Having somebody back there that you trust on and off the field was nice. I can say that when I got to throw to you back in the good old days, that was nice.
Oh yeah. Good old days. Let's go.
Would you, like, speaking on, like, you went the JUCO route, like, where do you think that kind of level, like, for players, that they should be more looking into JUCO or looking elsewhere for a 4 year? Is there kind of like a line or anything that you'd have for kids?
I mean, I think JUCO kind of gets like a bad rap. I think people kind of look at it like, oh, I'm going to JUCO. Like, I think it's one of the best things for you. I mean, it's just going to be a grind. You're going to develop like crazy. I mean, when I joined Yavapai and where I am today has just been a crazy jump. Like, I don't think I could play at this level without having Yavapai in my career. I mean, I think that junior college really did help me because you're there every day, 4 or 5 hours a day, no rules. So like the D1 rules don't apply. So I mean, I think you can really kind of master your craft and really develop those skills that you're weaker in. So I think that was a huge part in where I am today.
Mm-hmm. Just sweet. Like to think about it. I want to put this out there. Like I think for most, like, I wouldn't say just like Montana kids or kids that are coming without high school baseball, but getting the experience of playing baseball almost 12 months of the year without being is really going to like help you develop. So like in some instances, if you go to like a smaller school and it's your first 12-month period of actually playing baseball for 12 months instead of your 3-month Legion season, I think you can either like really excel at the game of baseball or figure out like you're not ready for stuff or
right.
fall
And
outside.
I think that, I mean, obviously the COVID situation when I first joined Yavapai, we didn't have our fall to practice or whatever, but they set up a league for us, so we got to go play with our Yavapai team every day, 3-4 games a week. So I mean, I still got to develop and kind of show the coaches what I could do, and they could kind of point out things to me where they weren't really allowed to coach us at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was I don't know, it was difficult, but it was fun too, because it wasn't really a huge transition from the 3-month, 4-month of baseball that you kind of focused on in Montana to the 12-month, obviously. But I mean, the second year at Yavapai was definitely more of a grind, just because the fall it's so much time you're spending at the field with all your friends. I mean, it's fun, but there's some days where it's like, all right, we got to do this today, and it's like, all right, we're just gonna take it one step at a time. But it's all meant to get you better, so it's good.
Yeah. What would you say for kids, especially as a catcher? What would you say for like catchers in high school that are looking to catch at the next level? Like, should they go about like their practices? What should be their main goals as a catcher specific to be getting looked at better?
I mean, obviously there's hitting and defense. I would say that most coaches are looking at, out of high school, they want to see some sort of a bat, but they really want to see how like fine-tuned you are defensively. Like how well you keep the ball in front of you, blocking, receiving. I mean, that's the biggest part of your job. I mean, you gotta be able to catch.
Yeah.
I mean, the bat will come. The bat will definitely come, but you have to be able to receive. That's the biggest part. So I mean, maybe focusing on practices. Don't take bullpens as a chore. I would see it more as an opportunity to work on something, whether that's blocking, whether that's receiving for the day. Really kind of focus on that one thing at a time, so you're not kind of overwhelming yourself. But I think that's one of the biggest things that you could work on just for practices.
Yeah. Take it a little bit more serious.
Yeah. I mean, it's all fun, right? You're there with your friends, so like make it fun, but also like try to get better. So I mean, as long as you have that level of focus and commitment to what you're trying to work on, I think you'll succeed.
And then like, I'm gonna bring this up, like watching like MLB catchers, like they go through their whole warm-up routine, like almost looks like a full practice before games.
Oh, for sure.
Heavy balls, doing all that stuff. And I know the majority of peak kids catchers don't do anything close to that in the high school level.
For sure.
Is there anything like that you've adapted to your routine getting up into Division I baseball? Have you or added anything into that?
I would say so, yeah. Just from high school, I didn't really do much, just because we didn't really have that many catchers, and we didn't really have much like time set aside to like go work on specific stuff. But at Yavapai and Hawaii, even here, we have our individual defense times, and that's like the best day to kind of hone in those skills. So, I mean, taking those seriously are a big part of where I am. And I think one of the best things that I still use today is just like the heavy ball receiving. I like those. I also like just with a regular ball, no mitt, is just rolling them on the ground and kind of picking it, get it back into the strike zone kind of thing. and really kind of trying to challenge yourself with, like, if you have a machine, if you're having a, trying to work on the out load down or load in, just stuff like that is like challenge yourself. Like you're gonna struggle at first, but you're gonna get better.
Yeah.
You're gonna start to figure it out. So I mean, as long as you're challenging yourself in practice, I think you'll kind of start to put those into games without even realizing it.
Yeah. All that stuff adds up, that little work.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It does. I think my last question for you, what would, if you could go back in time theoretically and tell yourself one thing any year in high school, what would you tell yourself and why?
In high school, I would say probably my freshman year when I was on the A team, my second season. Yeah, second season. So I would say that just being confident and not letting upperclassmen or like people that are older than you kind of like let that be a factor in how you play. Like you play your game.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not gonna change anything. Like just believe in yourself. I feel like that's kind of like the biggest thing that I've tried to work on, like just positive self-talk, just going out there and playing what you can do. Like obviously you're not going to go out there and swing for a 500-foot home run if you can't hit it that far. Like that's just dumb.
Yeah.
But play your game.
Yeah, that's good. I got to say thank you for being on the podcast. Good luck with the rest of the season. Got a big one. Got to go win the WAC.
Got to go win the WAC. Thank you.
Baby. Peace.
All right. Peace. Thank you.